Hey guys, and welcome back. Happy to have you here. Today we're talking about May Wine Club wines. And this month I chose to do, going back to France, one of my favorites, doing Loire Valley. So probably a region that you're gonna recognize a couple names here and there, but not overly well known, which is just a shame. It's stunning landscape, stunning wines. So I'm happy to introduce you to some new ones, hopefully new ones for you guys for May. So first up, we've got our white wine. The appellation here is called Sancerre. Sancerre always, 100% of the time, if it's white, is Sauvignon Blanc. They do make reds, they do make rosés. Those are gonna be from Pinot Noir exclusively. Sancerre Blanc is always made from Sauvignon Blanc. One of the true, authentic, and personally for me, one of my favorite appellations for Sauvignon Blanc. So classic Sancerre, bone dry, really good acidity. You're gonna see very mineral driven soils here, almost like chalky. And you're gonna end up with a little bit more of a mineral driven wine, right? And that's gonna come across in the palate as just having a little bit different texture, and it's not gonna have quite that same pure only citrus fruit that you might find from a lot of New Zealand ones. One of my biggest gripes for New Zealand is they all kind of taste the same. Sancerre is not that, but it's going to be very, very intense, very, very crisp, dry, perfect white wine as we move into warmer months here, guys. And I don't think I said the name, so I'm sorry. That is Domaine Pascal Balland. This is gonna be your white wine for May Wine Clubs. All right, guys, next up, the first red in the wine club this month, we've got Domaine Grosbois. They call it La Cuisine de ma Mère. So that was a terrible French accent, but my mother's cuisine, my mother's cooking. This is from the appellation of Chinon, and Chinon is in what's considered terrain. So terrain's a bigger appellation, and Chinon's a sub-appellation of that in the middle of the Loire Valley. The Sancerre is actually, it's as far inland as you can be and still be in the Loire Valley appellations, very shortly north of Chablis and northern Burgundy. So very far inland for the Sauvignon Blancs. And you don't really grow Sauvignon Blanc in the more middle and western parts of the Loire Valley. They grow Chenin Blanc and they grow Cabernet Franc. Those are going to be the main ones, and you will find a couple of others, Cabernet Franc, Malbec, Gamay, I already said Cabernet Franc, and then a grape called Pinot d'Aunis, which I've only seen one of in Wisconsin in my entire life. This is a very, very small farm. They have about 9 hectares. Nicolas is the current generation, and he traveled for quite a while. You know, his family already owned these vineyards, and he wanted to kind of bring different techniques from some other places that he traveled and studied. He had traveled to the US, he had traveled to New Zealand, he had traveled to Australia, amongst a few other places, and just wanted to bring a little bit different style. So here they're using a grape called Breton, which is just the local name for Cabernet Franc, and we get a little bit more richness to the wines, a little bit less of that funk. Such a wonderful wine. This was the wine I was waiting on. I was going to do Loire Valley last month, actually, but this wine got stuck in a shipping canal somewhere. I don't know. But you'll actually find this, while it's bone dry, it's going to be a little bit lighter bodied and a little bit more elegant than if you've had Cabernet Francs from elsewhere. And I know we've done Cabernet Francs here, so hopefully a fun one for you guys to try. So last up for the red wines for the month, got from Thierry Germain his Saumur-Champigny that he calls Cep by Cep. I don't know. And so now we're moving into what's considered Anjou in the Loire Valley. And Saumur is an appellation that makes reds, whites, rosés. Saumur-Champigny, so this is a combination of two towns, Saumur and Champigny. Makes sense, yeah? Saumur-Champigny is considered the best of the wines from the Loire Valley as far as high quality Cabernet Franc red goes. So another producer just like Nicolas Grosbois, they're doing organic as best they can, but these guys are also certified biodynamic. And he was originally a producer in Bordeaux, so very far south France, and wanted this property in the Loire Valley. He loved the Loire Valley, wanted to move up here, and you're going to find this one to be a lot more full-bodied, bold, a little bit more power than any other Cabernet Francs that you've had, without having that green bell pepper kind of thing that's over the top. A little bit more of like a cigar, cocoa, toasty, mineral-driven red. A little bit more full-bodied than the other one. So there you are, guys. Your quick tour of Loire Valley. Of course, as always, we'll have a few extra Loire Valley wines that we'll be pouring by the glass this month. We already finished up last week, and unfortunately I didn't get this video out early enough because I was waiting on that one. But you're going to love it. It was worth the wait, and hope you get to stop in soon and try the new Loire Valley wines. And of course, as always, hope to see you guys soon. Cheers.